Alright guys, Gemini, back with another video. And today I thought we talked about the True Story of WrestleMania DVD review. It's a 3-disc set. It came out in 2011. This is awesome. This is by far one of the, I guess you'd call it sleeper DVDs of the WWE. I mean, a DVD that maybe you look at it and you're like, oh, that's just going to be highlights and blah, blah, blah. But when you actually get down and you start watching it, I think you realize like that you got some inside stuff here, especially when they start going on first WrestleMania, the inside stuff, and Vince is there and Dick Ebersol, and they really start getting into the meat of it when they start showing you like exclusive clips of, say, WrestleMania 9 when Vince was backstage telling Shawn Michaels about how the crowd noise is different, and WrestleMania 4 and all the stuff with Donald Trump 4 and 5. I guess the one knock on it would be how they kind of skip around WrestleManias. They don't just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, for instance, they talk about WrestleMania 3 in the Pontiac Silverdome, and then all of a sudden they skip, 20 years later, whatever it is, to WrestleMania 23. So you don't get each WrestleMania specifically in order talked about. But Me and Gene's talking about how he thought WrestleMania 8 was a big stinker, and what it could have been with Hogan and Flair. And it's actually a shoot. It's actually inside stuff from the guys who helped run WrestleMania. So let's take a look real quick, and I'll show you the disc, and we'll wrap this up about the True Story of WrestleMania. It was an awesome DVD. So hold on one second. Let's take a look. Yeah, you can tell by the cover of it that you're getting a shoe here. You're getting inside stories. I mean, just look at Vince, standing there at WrestleMania 4. You just don't see these pictures and those stories. Everything today is just so PG and so G-rated, and but inside stuff is really these days what I get off on. And this was actually a really enjoyable watch. I mean, this is a shot of WrestleMania 26 in Phoenix. I mean, that's what it looks like these days, but WrestleMania always wasn't like that. I mean, and it didn't start off as a worldwide phenom, but it certainly became that way. I mean, the beginning, WrestleMania is born, New York, Chicago, LA, WrestleMania 3, bigger, better, better, WrestleMania 4 with the Macho Man, skips over to WrestleMania 23, talks about Atlantic City, when they went to Canada for WrestleMania 6, and Jimmy Hart talks about how the Warrior went over. I mean, it's awesome. I think if you guys don't have this DVD, you would enjoy it. It tells you the story of WrestleMania 24 and what a toilet the Citrus Bowl was, and how Vince McMahon, spent his ass on production costs, for that event. Undertaker's streak. It's pretty intense. When they started going to WrestleMania, the big fields of WrestleMania 23. You guys have to remember something too. Take a look at the discs here, and we're gonna wrap this up here in just a second on the True Story of WrestleMania. You guys are gonna love it. Now, if you think about it, talking about the True Story of WrestleMania, where WrestleMania began, it began, in Madison Square Garden, and Vince and his wife, they put everything on the line. They weren't sure if they were gonna make it, and you think about where it's gonna go next year for 32 and Dallas, with 105,000 people potentially there. I mean, it's exploded to a worldwide phenom. Started off humble, but it's blown up to a franchise, an enterprise. And the True Story of WrestleMania will take you there and teach you about the past WrestleManias. Like, for instance, I watched this last night, WrestleMania 5, and it was just epic. Gemini, thank you for watching. Peace out.